I stood in the hallway, clutching the divorce papers he'd just signed, watching Alex carry the last box of his things to the moving truck. Rain hammered the roof like it was trying to get inside the house with me. Our daughter, Ellie, 8 years old, tugged my sleeve. Mommy, why is Daddy leaving forever? I had no answer that didn't taste like glass, so I just knelt and held her while she cried into my neck. That was 3 months ago, and every morning since has felt like waking up in someone else's life. We'd been married 14 years. 14 years of carpools, mortgages, hospital vigils when Ellie had pneumonia, and lazy Sunday pancakes. I thought we were solid. Tired, yes, but solid. Then one Tuesday, he sat me down after Ellie was asleep and said, I don't love you anymore. I haven't for a long time. No fight, no warning, no third party, just the quiet death of feeling. I begged, I bargained, I promised therapy, date nights, anything. He looked at me with pity and said, It's too late, Jenna. The next week, he moved into the downtown loft he'd apparently been renting for months. The heartbreak was immediate and physical. I lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks. Couldn't sleep without waking gasping for air. Guilt poured in. Had I stopped seeing him? Had I let motherhood swallow the woman he married? Fear followed fast. The house payment was in his name. Our savings were half gone on lawyer retainers. And I hadn't worked full time since Ellie was born. I was 41, a part time bookkeeper with a 10-year resume gap, suddenly the sole parent of a heartbroken little girl who now wet the bed every night. I threw myself into survival mode. New job applications at 2 a.m., packing school lunches with shaking hands, smiling through parent teacher conferences while my own world collapsed. Friends said, You'll be fine. You're strong. I wanted to scream that strong wasn't the same as not broken. Then came the first twist, the one that turned grief into rage. While sorting mail, I found a bank statement addressed to both of us, an account I'd never seen. Over $87,000 drained in the last 18 months. Transfers to an account in his name only, cash withdrawals, payments to something called Sunshore Properties. My stomach dropped. I hired a forensic accountant with money I didn't have. 2 weeks later, she laid the evidence on my kitchen table. Alex had been secretly buying a condo in Florida, in his and his 29-year-old coworker's name. The same coworker he'd sworn was just a friend from the office. Hotel charges, jewelry, a joint checking account they'd opened 6 months before he left. The man who cried poverty during mediation had hidden six figures while I clipped coupons for groceries. I confronted him in the parking lot after an Ellie drop-off. He didn't even deny it, just shrugged and said, I knew you'd fight for the house. I was protecting my future. Protecting his future. While I was protecting our daughter from knowing her father was a liar, the second twist came last month and nearly undid me completely. Ellie brought home a drawing from art class, stick figure mommy, daddy, and a new lady with long yellow hair holding daddy's hand. On the back, in her teacher's careful handwriting, Ellie says daddy has a new family now and they're having a baby in spring. I drove straight to Alex's loft without calling. He opened the door in sweatpants, looking guilty before I even spoke. His girlfriend, Lauren, 7 months pregnant, stood behind him rubbing her belly like a talisman. The condo I'd unknowingly helped pay for smelled like lemon cleaner and new beginnings. Alex tried to close the door, but I shoved the drawing at him. You couldn't wait until the ink was dry on the papers? He had the decency to look ashamed, but only for a second. We didn't plan the pregnancy, Jenna. It just happened. It just happened. Like draining our savings, like walking out, like replacing us. That night was the climax. I screamed in my car until my throat bled. I almost took Ellie and drove until the gas ran out. Instead, I came home, tucked her in, and sat on the bathroom floor Googling how to disappear with a child at 3 a.m. The rage and helplessness were so big I couldn't breathe around them. Now the papers are final. I kept the house by refinancing everything in my name alone, work 2 jobs, fall asleep on the couch most nights with Ellie curled against me because she's afraid I'll vanish too. Some days I'm proud. Some days I'm so tired I cry in the grocery store when I can't afford the good cereal anymore. I look at my daughter's face, his eyes, my smile, and wonder how you teach a child to trust love when the two people who made her destroyed each other. I still flinch when my phone buzzes in case it's him asking for extra weekends. I still check the mail for more hidden bank statements. I still wake up reaching for the warm body that isn't there. If you were me, 41, starting completely over, raising a little girl whose father already has a new family on the way, what would you do?